Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary O'Connor with the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation. Thank you to Alaska Public Media, KAKM, and the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health for allowing me to bring you Hangar Flying. And of course, thanks to the audience for tuning in. This evening, we are pleased to have on our show Erica Bennett, an accomplished pilot who happens to be the scholarship chair of the Alaska chapter of the 99s. Erica, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
The 99s have several scholarship opportunities. Can you tell us about them?
Well, we're really excited this year. The joint chapters of the Mat-Su chapter and the Alaska chapters have pooled their monies, and we're giving away more than $6,000 this year in four different scholarships for both private pilot scholarships and for advanced training.
And can you tell us about the requirements for those applicants?
Well, for the private pilot scholarships, we do require that the scholarship applicant have been soloed prior to the application. So our application deadline is March 31st this year, or March 31st, 2015. And so that might be a good incentive to get your solo endorsement so that you can be eligible for up to $1,800 for a private pilot continuing education scholarship.
That's a significant chunk of money that can go towards training.
It's a few hours.
Definitely. Because the 99s is an all-female pilots organization, do applicants have to be female?
Yes, that is one requirement. We are trying to encourage more female aviators in the state, and the continuing education is part of our mandate. We do aerospace education as well as a fair amount of other things, so that we do want just female applications.
Okay. And do pilots need to be training at a school that does flight instruction, or can they be working independently with an instructor?
Well, it could be either or, as long as we have there's an instructor and a game plan in place. We aren't going to fund somebody without a goal. So yes, they can be a part of a 141 school, or through a private instructor, or with their own aircraft and an instructor, whatever manner they want to do it in.
Okay. And what about somebody that maybe wants to add a helicopter rating or is learning to fly in a helicopter? Would they be included?
Oh, of course. Yeah, any aviation scholarship. Advanced training would be anything after private pilot. Could be an advanced rating or an endorsement, CFI, anything after private. And then the private pilot scholarships would be people that have soloed but haven't obtained their private pilot's license yet.
Okay. So what types of person or applications do you look for being on the scholarship committee?
Well, we are looking for motivated individuals. In other words, they have a plan. We do ask on the scholarship application what got them into aviation, what their goals are in aviation. You don't have to become a commercial pilot. You can become just a fun private pilot as well. One of the applications, one of the scholarships we're giving away this year is in honor of Ellen Paniog, a famous Native Alaskan bush pilot. She passed away a few years ago, and we want to honor her memory with a scholarship that is giving a preference to Native women. And now if we don't find a Native applicant or we don't have one, we will have the discretion of still giving the money away. But that particular scholarship has a Native preference.
I think that's a great idea. There's definitely a shortage of female Native pilots, and I know that the state of Alaska needs Native pilots. They know the areas well, and working in rural Alaska in particularly can help them stay close to home and do a job that they love and are respected for.
Yes, I can easily see a lot of young students going to get their pilot's license, coming back and living at home and being able to work like that. Exactly.
So could a person who's already gotten a scholarship from the 99s apply and get another one?
Yes, we encourage it as long as it's an appropriate scholarship. If they have used one scholarship for private pilots training, we would probably look for them at maybe at the advanced training level next time, but there's no saying that you can't apply. We encourage as many applications as possible. Like I said, we've got four different scholarships this year. So even if you apply for one private pilot scholarship, you should apply for all three, because there's a good chance that if you're eligible for one, you might actually be eligible for the other two as well.
And where would a person go to find these applications?
Well, we have it posted on the Alaska chapter website, which is ak99s.org. We do have a scholarships tab, and then you can click and download the printable application at that point. We don't have an online application, and you would have to mail it in to our post office box, which is on the application. And like I said earlier, March 31st, 2015, the application needs to be postmarked by that date, so that we can get them all in and start giving some money away.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you on our show, and I hope you get a lot of qualified applicants. You're giving away over $6,000 in scholarships, and it's a great opportunity.
It's exciting, and I really hope that it goes to some qualified individuals.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you are a female pilot working on a license, please apply for the scholarships through the 99s, and good luck to you. Until next time, fly safely and never stop learning.